The Connecticut-born Benedict Arnold was hands down the most infamous traitor in U.S. history. But what if I told you his wife was pulling the strings? A Yale graduate and daughter of former New York Governor George Pataki is exploring the woman behind the man in her new book, The Traitor's Wife. She happens to be a friend of mine, so I got to sit down with her and talk to her about the book.
Everybody more or less knows the name Benedict Arnold and knows that he was this infamous traitor in history. But what a lot of people didn't know was that his wife was actually equally involved in the plot and was most likely the person that convinced him to become a traitor.
You must be manipulative to be heard.
In Allison Pataki's debut novel, The Traitor's Wife, she introduces us to Peggy Shippen Arnold, the woman who nearly changed the course of our country's history.
Betrayal. Treason. A quest for power. A love triangle that nearly destroyed America.
I think it's fascinating to see a woman that was mingling with the likes of George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, Benedict Arnold, and really kind of running her own show.
In conducting research for her work of historical fiction, Allison was lured back to New Haven, a city in which she and the infamous traitor have a history.
This is the grave of Margaret Arnold, the first wife of Benedict Arnold.
Benedict had 3 sons with his first wife, who is now buried in the crypt beneath the Center Church on the New Haven Green.
Were you aware that this was here, that she was buried here?
I had not known. It's very cool that he had the first 30 plus years of his life were spent in Connecticut, and specifically a lot of it was in New Haven. This was where he got his start as a patriot, as a member of the local Connecticut Sons of Liberty.
We have a lot of hidden treasures in New Haven, and this is one of them.
One of many Allison discovered in her quest to bring the story of the woman behind America's traitor to life.
I obviously have a very close connection to the city because I lived here for 4 years while I was in college, and so to be able to come back here at the beginning, to the beginning of his story, at the beginning of my story of publishing this book, is very, very special.